Hi, I'm Lucy Edwards, Director of Client Success at VHT Studios, and today I am at Realtec Realtec Group office, and my guest is Mike Grant, and he is the broker of records of this wonderful company. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
Very great, and I just love the town we're in, and I really enjoy your office, and you have very friendly staff here, so yes, it's all great.
Thank you.
I would like to talk about your brand and your reputation, and also I understand there is more than one company in your group besides Realtec Group.
That's correct. So we're actually a combination of two major brokerages. One is Realtec Marketing Specialists, which is up towards the north, Spring Hill, Brooksville, and Trinity area. And then the other is Remax Realtec Group, which is Safety Harbor, where we're at, two offices in Palm Harbor and one in Kissimmee, so 7 offices total.
Are you planning to open more offices?
We're always looking. We're looking at acquisitions. We're looking at groups of agents, teams, things like that. So there's always that opportunity. But yes, we are looking.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, in a recent Inman article, it was a whole story about Remax and how well it's growing and it's so strong, and the results are absolutely great for the last 2 quarters. And I noticed that they were talking also about agents, that agents are growing in the company. Is that true?
They are, yes, it is true. So Remax has grown. We've grown as a brokerage as well. So we're about 300, just around 300 agents at this point with our 7 office locations. And, you know, the way I look at it, especially since there's always new agents coming in, correct? You always have to be looking for new agents as well as transferring agents who are already successful, because it truly sometimes can be like a revolving door. There's always turnover. Some people are going from one to the other. And you also want that opportunity to pick that new shining star, just like in the NFL draft or something like that, right?
That is true, because I was thinking, oh, maybe there is competition and agents will get, and your existing agents will get intimidated and maybe a little bit upset. You are bringing more competition in the office, but I guess there is a positive side to it.
Yeah, it's really quite positive, to tell you the truth, because the way I look at it is, you know, again, using the football analogy, would you rather be drafted or asked to belong to the championship team, or would you prefer to go to a lesser team that maybe doesn't have a winning record? I'd rather be on that winning team and be part of that tradition and maybe even help it improve even more.
Winning is always good.
Winning's great.
Another part of the article was about technology and how Remax invested so much energy and resources in new tricks and tools, and let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we've actually gone out of our way to introduce some very, very new technology. When the management team got together and we were talking about what kind of tools, what kind of utilities can we put in place to give advantage to the agents that are on our team. We came across this one type of technology, and you'll see it today. You'll notice the difference in the way it used to be. There used to be green screens. You're familiar with those?
Yes, of course.
And a number of cameras. And when they use the green screens, they paint the image behind you. You don't have any idea what that is because it's just a green screen. Today's technology, if you watch all the news stations, the Weather Channel, and whatever it is, they actually use a large type of a monitor, which is a computer in itself and touch screen sensitive. So if you watch them, they're actually swiping things and pointing things and drawing on things. We've taken that exact technology, which is not in use in any other brokerage around the area, and we've implemented it for our agents to use for presentations, which also has a second component. It's called a concierge component. That component actually allows somebody, which might be a buyer or a seller, but mostly let's say buyers, who maybe isn't even in Florida. Could be that they're in Hong Kong or in England or in California or some other country or some other part of the United States. And they want to actually be face-to-face, very similar to a Zoom might be. But it's kind of difficult for some people to do a massive presentation with all of the tools and things that we have on a regular laptop Zoom. So what we have is, it's like watching the news, right? So you have these large 80-inch monitor behind you, and you can actually have Google Earth zooming into a particular property, and we can actually take a virtual tour of that property right there and have a live interaction with our customer real time at that exact same time. So it's a huge difference. It's actually a game changer.
What a brilliant idea. And that is absolutely, it is something that I had never even heard before for realtors.
Yeah.
And what an adventurous company you have.
Thank you.
No, that is great. And you can also do the presentations for your sellers.
Yes.
So if, let's say, someone is in New York selling their property here in Florida, and they are talking to one of your agents, you can actually do the presentation saying what you're going to do and what is the strategy, what is the marketing strategy for the seller using the technology.
That's exactly it. Imagine this. Imagine if a buyer and a seller are trying to get together and we're in the middle there using this technology, and we can actually show, let's say the husband and wife like boating and they love beaches. Well, of course, you're going to definitely want to look at Florida, correct?
Yeah.
And Clearwater Beach and all the beaches that we have around here, the St. Pete Pier and all these things are wonderful attractions. Well, what if you were able to actually, for example, using Google Earth, and you can actually touch a location on the map, drop down as a pinpoint, and actually all of a sudden look around and say, look at those boats right there in the harbor, in the basin. Look at this beach and how you can do that. You wouldn't be able to do that in the past with just a typical green screen.
What about different analytics? You were mentioning that there is another adventurous tool that you acquired. Can we talk about the T360?
Yeah, so it's not really a tool, but what it is it's an analytics company, T360, and they analyze the top brokerages across the United States.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I would like to go back to the reputation discussion, which you have an excellent reputation, you personally and your company and your agents. And I understand that there is a review that with T360 Analytics Company, and you are very close to the top. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so thank you for that. So we're very, very proud of that. There is a company that does measure the top 1,000 real estate brokerages in the United States. Now, keep in mind, there's over 106,000 registered real estate brokerages in the United States at this moment in time. So they're looking at a very small subset, which is the top 1,000. We ranked number 416. So if you do the math of 416 over 106,000 of the total, we're like 0.0004%, something like that. So we're very proud of that measurement. And that basically equates to, we did about $895 million of business last year, volume in sales, paid out about $23 million in commissions to our agents last year, and had almost 3,300 transactions last year. So very proud. We've got a great group, and they're right on target.
Well, that's because you are investing your energy, technology, education. Your leadership is amazing. You are, as I understand, all your office managers and you as well as your partners, you are always available to coach and help and assist your agents in anything.
We are. As you well know, real estate really doesn't sleep per se, so it's 7 days a week. I mean, obviously nobody is going to call us at 1 o'clock in the morning, or I shouldn't say nobody, but you never know. But yeah, no, it's where we try to make it a point to have all of our managers, all of our support staff available to answer questions. Certainly I receive phone calls, text messages, emails, on any given day, throughout the day. And I make myself available, as do all of our management team.
And in today's environment, when agents are busy because we had a crazy year, do you feel that it is necessary to have support staff for your agents so they can focus on their buyers and sellers, their clients, and they don't have to worry about little bits and pieces that has to be done in the office? Yeah,
it really for sure is. I mean, there's a lot of types of businesses out there in terms of real estate, right? And real estate brokerages. There's 100%ers in terms of they pay 100%, and there's people that are non-brick and mortar. I don't know that that's going to last. I mean, if my opinion is, and from my background, if I'm going to be investing $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $600,000, $1 million, whatever it might be, in a piece of real estate, I want to know that there is some support and there is some beef, if you will, to that company that is going to manage that transaction with me and for me. And the only way to really accomplish that in a very strong way is to have that support staff, to have that administrative staff, to have strong leadership, to have a strong broker.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
VHT Studios is a marketing company for real estate. So for me personally, it is very important that every property has the marketing strategy. And marketing strategy is not just about beautiful images, photography, or drone footage or video. It's a strategy from A to Z to get the house ready, maybe have it staged, to be ready for bidding wars, if you will, because that's what's going on now. So that all to balance and leverage the expectations for the buyer and for the seller. And also, part of marketing strategy, again, in my opinion, print material is also very important. And I know that for a while it was going away, and then everyone was saying, well, with COVID, we don't really need to print anything. I disagree. And I would like to see how you create the strategy and how you work with your agents on that.
Yeah, so we actually have a very diverse background, if you will, of marketing collateral supplies, whether it's in print or if it's virtual, if you will, electronic for use on social media platforms, for use on agent websites, all of those get involved. And we have something called Max Center, which is really the backbone hub, if you will, of RE/MAX when you become an agent with RE/MAX. And that has the access to fantastic consultants, some of which you work with and I've worked with as well as direct print media, templates of design for postcards and for open house flyers and business cards. The big balloon, you can even get a miniature version of the big balloon for your open houses. So there are a lot of options available to our agents to really make their business thrive.
And that is part of the RE/MAX platform altogether.
It is correct. Yes.
That's a great investment.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you basically, when you are a RE/MAX agent, you get tons of support from corporate, obviously, and all of these collaterals, all of these marketing type programs as well.
And I believe that, like sometimes I hear, oh, I don't really need to invest in marketing. I don't even need the photography. I'm going to sell my house by noon tomorrow. But at the same time, first of all, it's your reputation as an agent and as a company. When you promise to your seller that you are going to do this, this, and the other, you have to stick to your word. That is your reputation. And consistency is important because you are consistent with your marketing strategy, and you get the best dollar, and you can negotiate your commission and your terms and the price if you offer good strategy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there's a reason why RE/MAX is the #1 recognized brand in the world, not just in the country, in the world. We're in over 110 countries, probably more than that by now, and with probably the most agent count in all of those groups of countries combined. And the reason why we're the most recognized is we invest. We invest not only in our agents, we invest in marketing, we invest in our brand, we invest in our reputation. You go to a baseball field, you may very well see a big, huge RE/MAX banner out there. You see commercials on the television. You see the balloon and balloon events. You see all sorts of things. So, yes.
I'm Lucy Edwards, Director of Client Success at VHT Studios, and it was a pleasure to spend time today with Mike Grant, the broker of records of RE/MAX Realtec Group. So it was fun, and I invite you to watch the video. Go to vht.com/learn and enjoy all my videos on product, services, and interviews. Have a great day. Cheers.
Thanks, Lucy.